lab is UDP client server communication in Contiki Kuja simulator. Okay, UDP client server communication. Okay, so I'm typing here UDP yeah, I will increase it now. Okay, so that you can see here what meant. So UDP, yeah, I will do it. Client server communication. So in Contiki Kuja simulator. Okay, so this is what you are going to do it today. So the first lab, okay, we are going to use this. Okay, we are going to do this. So this is the first lab. Okay, we are going to start. Now, let me go to the terminal. So from the terminal, I'm going to the folder cd contiki 3.0. Okay, so this is the name of the folder. So here cd tools. Okay, I'm going to the directory tools. Then here cd Kuja. Okay, so this is I'm using 3.0. So in 3.0 you have to use like this. Okay, you have to go and start the Kuja. But in 2.7 you will be seeing a icon here. So there will be a Kuja icon here. If you just click that, okay, automatically it will start. Now, so what is the command here means? The command is and run. Okay, and run is a command. I think this commands I can increase the size of the font. You can see here. So and run. Okay, this is the name of the command. So if you open this, if you just okay give this command, automatically the Kuja software will be loaded. Okay, so this is the Kuja simulator. The Kuja simulator will be automatically it will be loaded. So we are now inside the Kuja. Now let me go for the simulation. I'm going for the file. I'm going for the new simulation. New. The name of the simulation I'm going to give as UDP. Okay, so UDP is the concept. So I want to use UDP, and this is going to be the client server CS. Okay, client server I'm doing. Now I'm just going to create. I'm not changing the radio medium. By default, the radio medium we are using is UDGM. Okay, this is the radio medium. That means for communication, the wireless communication method we are going to use is the UDGM is a method. Now let me just create. Okay, if you click the create, it is taking you to the Kuja simulator. So there are so many windows available. You can adjust the windows, okay, according to your needs. Now I'm going for the network window. This is a very important one. This is the place where we are going to have our topology diagram. Okay, now here what I'm trying to do means I'm going to have a UDP client. Okay, UDP clients. Many UDP clients I'm going to have. Then I'm going to have one UDP server here. Okay, so this is the concept. Okay, I want to do now. So I'm going to add the modes. So the modes are the IoT devices here. Okay, IoT devices, or you can say as a wireless sensor nodes. Okay, or say wireless device. You can use any different name, but generally it is called modes. If you use mode, it is a common name. Okay, now I'm going to add the modes here. Add modes. Go to the create mode. Then sky mode is a very popular mode which is used in the wireless networking or also in the IoT devices. So let me take the sky mode. Now description. So what is the first one I'm going to create means I'm going to create the server. So let me give the name as UDP server. Okay, this is the name I'm giving UDP server. Then in this mode, okay, in this particular mode, what is the process? The process or the program which I want to run. Okay, so the mode is now empty. The device is empty. It can communicate with others, but what is the process this particular node is going to have? The mode is going to have. Okay, we have to define that particular process. If it is a malicious node, okay, this is what we are going to do in our next class. If it is a malicious mode, means okay, it is going to have a malicious program in that. For example, like it is going to create a denial of service attack, or it is going to capture the other's packet. So what type of program we are going to load is very important here. Now I want to load the server software here. Okay, UDP server. Okay, I want to load it here. So I'm going for the browse. In Contiki, there are so many programs which is already available inbuilt. You can load all the programs and you can do some changes. Whatever the changes you want, you can do. Okay, this is what we are going to do in the coming classes. So we are going to create our own network, and in that one mode I want to make it as a a attacker mode. You can make it as an attacker mode. The attacker mode is going to send the packet, and we are going to do the analysis. What is the result of that? How your network will be affected? So all type of analysis we can do it here. Okay, any analysis we can do it by using this method. Okay, now I'm in examples folder. Okay, or you can come from the home. Okay, see, so if you go to the home user, this is the home is the first folder. Okay, you are having the user. In user Contiki 3.0, this is a folder. In 3.0 we are having the examples. Okay, examples. Now, so here what I want to do means I want to make a server. Okay, a UDP server I want to create. Okay, so where it is available means it is going to be inside IPv6. Okay, this is a folder. Please note down, because which file is available in which folder, that is very important here. Okay, as far as Kuja is concerned, you must know the directory, the place where that file is saved. Okay, that is very important. Now I'm going for IPv6. Okay, IPv6. You may ask a question, why IPv6? Okay, if you go for the IoT networks, or if you go for the wireless networks, mostly 99% they will use only IPv6 network, IPv6 IP address only they will use. They're not going to use IPv4, because IPv4 network is almost exhausted. It is completely exhausted. IoT devices, they need more IP address, so only IPv6. So in most of the cases, we will use only the IPv6 IP address. You no need to do, automatically it will create. Okay, automatically it will create the IP address for you. Now, I am in the IPv6 folder. Now you can see RPL UDP. This is the folder. What is RPL? Means RPL is a routing protocol here. Okay, it is a routing protocol. Okay, a routing protocol for low power and noisy networks. R means routing, P means protocol, for L means okay, low power. Low power means like IoT devices and noisy network. Okay, and noisy network. This is a protocol. You might have studied about the RIP protocol, EIGRP protocol, OSPF protocol. These are the routing protocols which are available in the wired networks. Wired networks, okay, we already studied. Okay, in some other course like introduction to routing, okay, internet working. There are so many courses you might have studied about these routing protocols. So this routing protocol, RPL routing protocol, this is used for the IoT networks. Okay, so if you have a routing protocol, then only the machines can communicate. Okay, they can find the shortest path. They can communicate from one device to another device. Okay, so like that. Without routing protocol, they are not going to communicate here. So I'm going to choose RPL UDP. Okay, I'm going to use. So if you go to the RPL UDP, you can find udp.server. Okay, there is a program available, udp server.c. So this is the C program which is for the server machine, server mode. Okay, server mode. So I'm taking the server.c. We are not doing any changes to the program. Okay, we are using as it is. Okay, later on we will do the changes. Now I'm going to click the open. Okay, click open. Now you can see here home, user, Contiki 3.0, examples, IPv6. Inside IPv6, I have RPL UDP. In RPL UDP, I'm taking UDP server.c program I'm taking. Now, so just clean it, click clean once, then you can compile it. So if you compile, okay, you can find if there is any error or warnings in that. If you have any warnings, you no need to worry about it. You can skip it. Now here, okay, there is no errors, okay, only few warnings, but we don't need to worry about the warnings. Okay, so now I'm going to click create. So if I click create, it is asking how many new modes you want to create. Now this is server. I need only one server is enough for me. So I'm just going to give only one, and I'm going to give add mode. Now this is the server device, or we can say this is the server wireless device, or we can say this mode. This mode is going to act as a server for us. Okay, in this topology diagram, this is the mode, or this is the wireless device, or this is the IoT device which is going to act as a router for us. Now the next step is I want to create the servers. Okay, I want to create the servers. Now, sorry, clients. Okay, this is the server. I want to create the clients. Now let me go to the mode, add modes. Now I'm going to create new mode. Okay, take the sky mode. Now, so here this is going to be UDP clients. Okay, so I'm going to use the UDP client. See, now what is the program? The program we have to load in the same RPL UDP folder. We are having a UDP client. There is a C program available, UDP client.c. Okay, I'm taking UDP client.c program. I'm taking. Now I'm just going to open it. Now the next step is the same thing. You have to clean and compile it. So there won't be any errors here. Okay, it is compiling. Then the next step is you can give create. How many modes you want to create? Now I want to create 10 modes here. Okay, 10 modes I want to create here, and I'm giving add mode. Now you can see there are 10 modes now added here. Okay, random positioning. Now, so this is our server, and these are all our clients, UDP clients. So what I want to do means I want to adjust this. Okay, otherwise they cannot communicate with each other. So manually you can move your modes. Okay, you can rearrange your modes. Okay, so that all they can communicate with the server. Okay, all they can communicate with the server. You can simply, okay, rearrange the modes. So one or two modes I'm going to keep it outside the range. Okay, I'm just keeping it outside the range so that they can communicate through other modes. Okay, so I'm just arranging my modes, okay, like this randomly. I'm arranging this. Now go to the view. So in the view, mode ID is very important. I'm taking the mode ID. So here we already know mode 1 is going to be the server, all the remaining thing is going to be the clients, UDP. Okay, now the next one is address. Okay, we can take the IP address. Okay, and you can take the printf. Printf is very important. Okay, because you can see what they are going to print, or what is the message they are going to communicate. So LED no need. You can take the radio traffic. So radio traffic is the communication. Okay, it will show the link. Then you can go for the position. No need to take the position. You can go for the 10 meters background grid. So even background grid, okay, I'm not going to use it here. Then the very important is going to be the mode type. Okay, mode, yeah. Okay, I will add. Okay, now already we have 10 clients. Okay, I will add another 2 clients I'm going to add. Okay, I'm going to add another 2 clients. So go to the mode, add mode. Okay, go to, you can see already I created UDP server, UDP client already I created. Okay, so it is showing UDP client and UDP server. Suppose if you are not, if you are adding first time means you have to go here, create new mode, go to the sky mode. Okay, in the sky mode you have to choose the program. Okay, I click the sky mode. Now you can change the name. You can change the name. Then you can go to the browse. In the browse, the same folder. What is the folder? Examples, IPv6. In IPv6, okay, you are having the RPL. Okay, RPL UDP. Okay, see examples. I'm going for the IPv6. In IPv6, we are having the RPL UDP. So in the RPL UDP, okay, you are having the, okay, C program for server and client, UDP client.c. Okay, UDP client.c. In the same folder, you are having the two programs. One is a client and another one is a server. Okay, so this is the way you have to add it. Now, so if you want, I will add another two, but I will add it from here already. Okay, you can see already it is added. Server and UDP client is added. I click the client. So okay, client, another two. Just I give two add modes. Finished. So another two modes. Okay, it is added here with my topology diagram. Now, so this is the topology diagram that we are going to use it here. Now, the next step is a very simple step. What you have to do means you have to run the simulator. I'm going to run the simulator. If I click start, now all the nodes, that means all the client nodes, they are going to communicate. They are going to communicate with the server, but the server is not going to give any response. Okay, why? Because this is UDP. In UDP, no acknowledgement. Okay, we are not going to give any acknowledgement. Okay, it is going to give only one-way communication. That means the clients, they are going to communicate with the server. The server is not going to give any response. Okay, there is no acknowledgement concept here. Okay, now let me start the simulator. Okay, you can start the simulation. You can see created a connection with the server. Created a connection with the server. Okay, you are getting a message, create a connection with the server. Now, once the connection is created, everybody will start sending the data hello message, hello packet. First step, they are creating the connection. Once the connection is created, then they are going to send the hello message. All the clients, they are going to send the hello message to the server machine. Okay, it is going to send the hello packet to the server machine. Okay, now let all the machines they are doing. Okay, everybody is now sending the hello packet. Okay, everybody is sending the hello packet to the server. Okay, now you can see this host number 6. Okay, it cannot communicate directly with the server, because you can just click that. You see the radio range. If you click the radio range, okay, so I'm going for the radio environment. You enable the radio environment. Now you can see 5 cannot communicate directly with 1. 12 cannot directly communicate with 1. So 4 cannot directly communicate with 1. 6 cannot directly communicate with 1. That means with the server, these devices are they cannot communicate directly. So what it will do means they will communicate through some other device. They will find the shortest path. Okay, now you can see from 6 I can go to 5, then 5 it will go to 8, then 8 to 13, then 13 to 1. Okay, it can reach like this. So there are different paths available. This is one path. Okay, this is another path. There are different paths available. So what this protocol, RPL protocol, will do means the RPL protocol will select the best path for you. Okay, it will select the best path for you, and then your packet will reach in that particular direction. Now we will observe the topology. Okay, now you can see here I am in 6. Okay, you just observe 6. Okay, what it is doing? 6 is communicating with 11, then 11 is communicating with 8, then automatically 8 can communicate directly with 1. So the path is going like this: 1 to 8, 8 to 11, 11 to 6. So this is the shortest path. So now what I'm doing, you can move this device. I'm just moving the device to some other place. If I move the device to some other place, automatically it will change the communication. Okay, automatically it is going to change. Okay, it is not going to communicate with 11 now. Now 6. Okay, it is not in the range. Okay, I just move it little bit. Now it is not in the range. Okay, it is not in the range. See, 1, that means the green color. See, C is out of the range. 6 is out of the range. So 6 now changing the path. It can communicate with 7, then it can communicate with 13, or 6 to 7, 7 to 1. So what does that means? If you move a device, automatically the best path will be selected by the RPL protocol. So this RPL protocol, RPL is a routing protocol. This RPL protocol is going to be a very important routing protocol as far as the IoT networks are concerned. Now everybody sending the packet to the server machine. Okay, now what I'm going to do means I'm going for further investigation. See, I click this server. This is our server. I'm going to click right click. Okay, watch carefully. I repeat, See, I click the mode. That means you can select the mode. Okay, click the mode, right click the mode, go to, okay, go to, okay, right click, go to collect view. Okay, go to collect view. So if you collect view, if you just click the collect view, you are getting a window. This is a very important window. I will show another lab today. Okay, you can see how powerful this tool, okay, this tool is. We are going to see now. I'm now in the, okay, what is that? I'm in the collect view window. Okay, this is the collect view window, and we are doing it for the node 1. That means the mode 1 we are doing this. Okay, now go to the serial console. Okay, click the serial console. Okay, in the serial console you can see what is happening inside the mode you are seeing here. So what is that means? Hello 50. Okay, you can start from anyone, anywhere. 51 from, you can hello 51 from client number 7, client number 6, client number 3, client number 11, client number 9. So from everybody I'm getting, okay, the hello packet. The hello is coming to the server machine. But the server machine is not giving any response. It is not, okay, giving any response. So only it is collecting. Okay, hello 56 is coming from client number 2, then client number 5, client number 10, client number 3, client number 12, 8, 9, 6. Okay, it is keep on increasing. 58 messages every client is given. Now 59 started. 59 started. So every device, okay, we have 13 modes. All the modes, okay, they are sending the hello, okay, hello packet. Now 61, 62. So keep on, they are sending the hello message. So this is the serial view, okay, the serial view for, okay, mode number 1. Now let me take another mode here. I'll take 3. Okay, I'm going for the right click. Now mode tools for sky, okay, sky 3. Okay, this is mode number 3. I'm going to take, okay, collect view. Okay, I'm taking the collect view. Now in the collect view I go for the serial console. So in the serial console, okay, you can see here, okay, it is started only for mode 3. This is for mode 3 and this is for the server. Okay, I keep both here. See. So what we are observing here, data received. REC means data received. So data is received from client number 7, client number 6, client number, okay, like this. Now you can see data sent to 1. Data sent to 1. 1 is our server machine. So 1 is the server. So to 1 data sent 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. So totally 74, 75, okay, hello packet sent from mode 3. This is for mode 3. Okay, this is for mode 3 and this is for your server. So if you run this simulator for very long, okay, what is going to happen? Automatically every device is going to lose the power. Okay, because in IoT, every device is going to have the storage. Okay, storage, not storage, that means the battery. Okay, you have to recharge it properly. So if you are running this, okay, automatically every device is going to lose, okay, its, okay, power. We can see that. Then every device, the temperature will increase. The temperature of the device is going. Attackers will do that. What attacker will do? Okay, this is one simple attack. Okay, this is a simple attack. What is a simple attack? Every device, okay, that means 13 device available. All the 13 device now targeting the server. So if you run this topology diagram for 1 hour or 2 hours, okay, if you run this simulator, automatically in a particular point of time, the server mode will go down. It will completely go down. Okay, the electricity completely, okay, it will be the charge. That means the battery consumption will be more and automatically it will be switched off. So this is a very simple example for an attack, but this is not considered as an attack. This is general how it is working, but we can do it. Okay, we can do it later. Now you can see I'm in the serial console. Then there are so many other options available. You can see I just click the network graph. Okay, I click the network graph. There is something happening here. What is happening? You can see all the modes 1.1, 1.2. Okay, the modes are okay. It is showing little bit of moving, the movement of the modes. Then you see the sensor graph. sensor map, you can see. This is the sensor map, okay, the position of the nodes, where the nodes is available. Okay, I'm going to do one more lab today, very interesting. You can see the power, but here the power is not coming because we have not included the power here. Okay, we are just showing only the serial console here. Okay, only the serial console here. There are plenty of things you can observe here. You can see temperature, okay, average temperature, battery voltage, okay, light 1, light 2, plenty of things we can see. That I will show it later. Only serial console you can see here. So this is the serial console of both the mode. Okay, this is the client and this is the server. Server is very hard now. It is working very hard. It is receiving the hello packet from everybody. But okay, the client simply sending the hello packet only to the server. Okay, to the server. So this is a very simple topology. Okay, how you can create UDP client server communication in Contiki Kuja simulator. Okay, so this is the first lab that I want to show it to you today. Now I'm going for the next one. The next one is the second one. Okay, I'm going for the second topology. So the second topology is going to be, I'm going to use a different protocol now. Okay, these are all the important protocols in the IoT. So let me go for the new one, new simulation. I'm not going to save it. Okay, you can practice it later. I'll send the video. Now I'm going for the new simulation. So in the new simulation, what I'm going to do means I'm going for the next, what is that? The next lab I'm going to start. Okay. What is the next lab means? The next lab is COAP. Okay, COAP applications. Okay, what is that COAP? Okay, let me type it here. Okay, so in this document, so the second lab, okay, the second lab we are going to do now is lab number 2 is COAP. COAP. Okay, applications in Contiki Kuja simulator. Okay, so this is the second lab we are going to do today. Okay, what is COAP? COAP means like HTTP, you are having the HTTP protocol. Okay, HTTP protocol you are having. So same like HTTP protocol, we are having, okay, HTTP protocol is for the normal, okay, network, that means wired networks. But if you are going for the IoT networks or sensor networks, or we can say it is a wireless sensor network, okay, you can use COAP protocol. Okay, COAP protocols you can use it. Now what is this COAP protocol is going to do means this is going to transfer, okay, it is going to transfer the like HTML documents, web documents, okay, web pages or web documents, it is going to transfer. Okay, now what I'm going to do means, let me go to the simulator. I go to the simulator now. So create the simulator. Okay, so the name of the simulator I'm going to use, let it be COAP. Okay, so this is the name of the simulator. Oh, sorry, the name of the simulation I'm creating. Okay, now let me create the simulation. You can adjust the window size. Okay, so let me adjust the windows so that we can have more number of nodes here. Okay, so this is the modes, sorry, the windows I'm adjusting. Then I'm just adjusting the network window also. Okay, now here what we have to do means we need, okay, 3 different components here. Okay, 3 different components we have to use it here. The first component is server, second component is client, the third component is you need a router here, a border router. Okay, this is very important, border router. What is this border router, teacher? What is the use of a border router means the border router is used to connect with the internet. Okay, you will be having many clients. We discussed in the last topology, we will be having many clients. We are going to have one server. Now with this one server, I'm going to add a new, okay, I'm going to add a new device. What is the device means? The device is the RPL okay, what is that, RPL border router I'm going to connect. Okay, so just, yes, we'll continue. So we need three components here. So the first component is going to be the border router. So what is the use of border router means? The border routers, they will communicate with the external world. Okay, they can communicate with the external world. Then you are going to have a client and you are going to have a server. Okay, clients, you can have many clients. Now, what is the protocol we are going to use means, in the previous example we used UDP. Okay, UDP protocol we used, but if you use a UDP protocol, okay, you will not have a proper communication, you will have a one-way communication. But here I am going to use a different protocol. What is the protocol means? REST, R-E-S-T. REST is the protocol I'm going to use. By using the REST protocol I'm going to create. Okay, now, so what is the step number one? Step number one, we have to go, we have to add a border router. Please note down. The very important thing is, okay, the directory in which folder that particular file is available. That is very, very important. Now, so let me go to the modes. Okay, I'm going to the modes, add mode, create mode. I'm going to add sky mode. Now, what is the first one means? We need a border router. Okay, border routers, you will see what is the advantage of border router, you are going to see now. Now, so this is going to be the border router. Let me give RPL. Okay, that is a routing protocol. RPL border router. Okay, I'm giving RPL BR. Now, I just browse. Okay, I'm going to browse. Now, I'm just giving up. Okay, let me go to the examples. I will start from examples so that you will understand, okay, the hierarchy. Now, I am in examples folder. So in the example folder, we are having a folder, very important folder is IPv6. So go to IPv6. Okay, double click the IPv6. Now, if you double click the IPv6, inside the IPv6, you can see RPL border router. Okay, border router is available. Okay, so I'm just going to select the border router. Okay, click the border router, double click it. Inside the border router, you are going to have a C program. What is a C program means? Border router.c. Okay, border router.c. Okay, then you can give open. Okay, so go to IPv6. In IPv6, we are having RPL border router. So in the RPL border router, we are going to take RPL. Okay, that means border router.c. That is a program I'm going to take. Now, so just clean and you can click the compile. Okay, so compilation is going on. So it is successfully compiled. Now, I'm going to click create. How many border routers means? One border router is enough. Okay, you can have many border routers, but here I'm going to have only one border router. Okay, I'm just choosing only one border router and click add. Now your border router is ready. So what is a border router means? All the nodes available. You just take our college. In our college, every lab we are having the client machines. So the client machines are going to be connected with, okay, a server machine. The server machine should be connected with a router. Then only you can connect it with the internet. Okay, so that is a concept. So there should be a border router. Border router, your server machine will be connected. With the server, all the clients will be connected. Or sometimes the clients can directly communicate with the border router also. Okay, no problem. If they want to send and receive the data, okay, from or to the internet from the outside world, they will use the border router. This is called a gateway. You can say as a gateway router here. Now, so we added a border router here. The next one is I want to add a server now. Okay, so let me go to the mode, add mode. Okay, so now I'm going for create mode, sky mode, and this is going to be your, okay, client. Okay, client, and this is actually I'm going to take REST. I'm not going to use UDP protocol. I'm using the REST protocol. So REST, okay, client, sorry, server I'm going to take. Okay, so this is REST is a type of protocol. Now, so I'm taking REST server. Now, where the folder is available means, please note down, okay, it is going to change. Okay, please note down, it is not going to be in the same RPL, it is going to be in a different place. Now, I'm going to the browse. So just go to the examples. Okay, I am in examples. Please note down. In examples, you can see ER REST example. Okay, ER REST example. So now I'm taking the REST example and just open it. So inside the REST, you can see the client and also you can have the server. Previously, we used UDP client, UDP server, but it is not going to work in this example. Okay, in this example, I want send and receive the data. But in the previous example, only we are sending, okay, the server machine is receiving. That is a different context. But now I'm going for a different context. Now, I want example here, ER example server. Okay, you can take the server.c. ER example server.c. So this is the program or the process I want to run. Okay, that means I want to make this as a REST server. Okay, I'm just compiling. There are warnings. We no need to worry about the warnings, and you can just click create. Now, how many server do you want? I need only one server is enough. I'm just going to have, okay, only one server. I'm going to add it. So one mode, that means sorry, one border router we added, then one server. Okay, so this is the RPL border, and this is going to be the REST, okay, server. Then I'm going to add client. Okay, client machines I'm going to add. So how to add the client machines, client modes? Okay, go to the modes, add mode. Now I'm going for the new, create new modes, go to the sky mode. Okay, so this is going to be, okay, REST clients, CLIENTS clients. Excuse me. Now, what is the process you want to run? I just go to the browse. Okay, let me go to the examples, Contiki 3.0 examples. In examples, okay, I'm going to have a folder ER REST example. So click the REST examples. So here you can have client. Now you can see ER example client.c. Okay, client.c. Okay, I'm going to choose this particular file. So this is the process which is going to run. Okay, now I'm going to give open. Okay, you can see home, user, Contiki 3.0, examples, ER REST example, example client.c. Okay, now let me clean and I'm just going to compile it. Okay, so compilation is over. Now I'm going to create the nodes. So let it be 10 different nodes I'm going to create. Now you can just give add node, add modes. So 10 modes created here and you can adjust the modes according to your wish. Now, so here 10 REST clients, one REST server and one RPL border router. So RPL border router is going to act as a gateway. Okay, it is going to act as a gateway. Now we are going to see some interesting thing here. What is that means? Now only we are going to see what is the IP address of these modes. In the previous examples, we are not able to see the IP address, but now you can see the IP address, okay, how it is working, everything we are going to see now. So let me go to the view. You can take the mode ID, then you can take the IP address, then you can click the printf, okay, so no problem. Then you can take radio traffic. So these are all the important features I'm going to select. Okay, you don't need to select everything. Radio traffic, okay, that means the communication. Then mode type is very important. Okay, mode type. Then I'm going to have the radio environment. Okay, that means the UDGM environment I'm going to have. So this is our network now. So this is a wireless sensor network, or you can say it is an IoT network. Now, so what is the concept here means? These are all the client machines. The client machines can communicate with the server machine. Then, okay, the server machine can communicate with the border router. So through the border router, okay, your packet will go out, okay, from this network. So now I'm going to rearrange the topology. You can see, I'm just rearranging the topology. Okay, so if I rearrange, I'm just rearranging like this. I'm going to put the server here. Then near to my server, I put my border router. So that, okay, only my server will communicate with the border. If I put the border here, everybody will communicate. Okay, so I'm just going to put it outside. Okay, you can have it like this. So the remaining nodes you can, okay, you can just push it near to your server. So this is our topology diagram. The topology I'm just rearranging, okay, just moving the nodes, no problem. Okay, it is showing the signal strength 100% it can reach. Okay, so now we are arranging the other devices like this. Okay, now I just push it again, route, that means the border, I can just push it again, okay, further, because I want only the server to communicate. Okay, I want only the server to communicate uh, with the root. Okay, I'm keeping like this. Now, so this is the topology. I just arrange the topology now. Okay, you can start the topology. So if you start the topology, okay, the simulation, starting, okay, everybody is going to fix some time, that is called the toggle timer. What is toggle timer? We will see in the other topology. Okay, no need to worry about that. Now every device, every client, okay, now they are going to communicate with the server. You can observe the topology diagram. If you want, I'll just remove the printf. Okay, so printf, simply I will remove the printf. Okay, it will be confusing. Now you can see here, every device is having a IP address. Okay, every device is having a IP address. Now you can see FE80 double colon 212 colon 7405 colon 5 colon 505. This is a IPv6 address. And second machine, for the second machine also we are having an IPv6, okay, IP address. So for every machine, IPv6 IP address is given. For the border router also, you are having an IPv6 address. Okay, what is IP address given here? So the IP address given here is FE80. What is FE80? FE80 means this is called a linked local IP address. Okay, it is like a private IP address. If you go to our networks, ordinary wired network, that means IPv4. Okay, we can say IPv4. You are having, okay, the private IP address. Private IP address means like 10.0.0.1, okay, or 192.168. Okay, so like this. So you are having what to say? You are having the private IP address in IPv4. Same like this. FE80 is a private. Okay, it is a private IP address. So the private IP address we are having here. Then next one, if you observe the topology diagram very carefully, if you observe, all the devices, they are communicating only with the server. They are not communicating with the border. Okay, you can observe it. You can observe the topology diagram. If you observe, so they can communicate. They are communicating with the client only, but the client is not communicating with the border. Okay, so it is not communicating with the border. So now what I have to do means, the very important step here is we have to enable this border. Okay, it is now considered as private. You see FE80. Okay, it is simply considered as a private, okay, IP address, a private device. But this we have to enable. Okay, we have to configure. Okay, we have to configure this as a what to say, as a public one, or we can say in a very simple way, I want to activate it, so then only it can communicate. Okay, they can communicate. So now, so what I can do means, I have to go to the folder. Okay, that means the folder where the server is available, okay, the border router is available, I want to go to that particular folder. Okay, now I just minimize the simulator. Okay, let it be. I'm going for the terminal. Okay, so the font is very small, you can just see the zoom in. Okay, so you can see here, I'm just going to the folder. Okay, so cd config, okay, 3.0. Okay, so this is the folder. So inside this I'm having examples. Okay, cd examples. Now inside the example, okay, I go to the IPv6. Okay, cd IPv6. Inside the IPv6 we are having RPL border router. Okay, if you have doubt, you can use the ls command. It will display what are the folders available. Now I want to go to CD RPL border router. Okay, border router. So this is the name of the folder. So now here I'm going to use the command. Okay, what is the command means? Please note down make. Okay, so the command is make, M-A-K-E, make connect, C-O-N-N-E-C-T, connect underscore router underscore, okay, Kuja. So this is the name of the command. So this command is now going to connect the RPL router. Okay, it is going to connect with the public. So this is the command. Please note down make, okay, space connect underscore, okay, router underscore Kuja. Okay, so this is the name of the command. So if you just enter, okay, now you can see there is some error comes, I think, but no problem. Okay, let it be. So I just started. No, it will show the IP address. Let me type the command again. Make. Okay, I'm just going for the statement again. CONNECT connect underscore. Okay, router underscore or hyphen. Sorry, hyphen. So connect. Okay, router Kuja. Okay, so this is the command. Now, okay, now it's underscore. I gave underscore. Okay, it is hyphen. Now you can see here sudo password for the user. It is asking for the password of your system. Okay, that means the root password. So user is the password. I'm just giving the user. Now if you just give, okay, again it is refusing, some connection problem is coming. Let me do it again. Make connect router Kuja. Okay, connection is refused. Okay, I'll correct it. Okay, what is the problem? I will show it now. So I just go to the topology now again. Okay, I'm just going to the topology. Before that, you have to do a small thing here. Now click the border, right click the border. Okay, please note down. Okay, I have not done this. Right click the border, go to the mode. Okay, go to the mode. You can go to the, okay, serial socket server. You have to make this click. Okay, serial socket server. If you just click the serial socket server, now you can see here it is going to listen in a port number. This is the port number in which, okay, this device is going to work. It doesn't matter. Okay, leave it. Normally it will give you a port number to you. You have to start it. Okay, see, I just click start here. If you click start, then go to the, okay, go to the what is that here, and you can view the command again. Okay, I have not done that. Now you can see it is working now. Okay, if you want, I will repeat it again. Okay, I don't have any issues. Okay, I will repeat it again. So now your border router is activated. Okay, so let me repeat it again. Nothing. So what you have to do? Okay, you can see the way. Okay, the topology is now changed. Now you can see two can communicate with the border router now. Okay, so two can communicate with the border router now. Before that, it was not, okay, able to communicate. I stop it here. I'm going to stop, okay, the process. So let me close it. Okay, what you have to do, take the border router, because this is very important for our project, because our project is going to use the border router. The attackers, they are going to attack your border router. Okay, we are going to create our scenario like this. Attacker is going to attack your border router. Through the border router, the packet is going to come inside the network. We are going to design like that. Now see, the border router, you can select, go to the border router, right click. Okay, then mode tools for Sky 1. Okay, this is the tool. Now you can go for serial socket server. Okay, you can just click the serial socket server, and here you have to use start. Already it is started here. Okay, it is already started, it is running. So you just click start. Then you can minimize everything. You can minimize your topology. Okay, just minimize your Kuja. Go to the terminal. Okay, so go to the terminal. In the terminal, you have to go to, okay, examples IPv6, okay, RPL border router. You go to this folder and give the command make connect router Kuja. If you give the connect, okay, this command, automatically that means the server, it will start, okay, it will start like a server. Okay, now the server is started running. Okay, now you can see here it is showing two IP address, it is showing here. There are two IP address, it is showing here. Okay, there are two IP address, it is showing. What is that IP address? Now you can see before the IP address is like this, FE80, this is a private IP address. For your border router, okay, FE80, okay, :212, this is a private IP address before, link local IP address. But once if it becomes once if you activate it, it is going to have a public IP address, it is going to have. Okay, because if you have a public IP address, you might have studied about the NAT, network address translation. So what is a network address translation means? Your public IP address will be converted into private. Private will be converted into public. That's it. If you, without public IP address, you cannot communicate with the outside world. Okay, you cannot communicate. So this is going to be a public IP address. Okay, given for your border router. Now I'm going to select, I'm going to copy it. Let me just take it and I'm going to copy it. I need that. I need this. Okay, I'm going to do some other testing. I just copy it. Now I'm going to, okay, it is copied. Now I come back to the simulator. So the simulator is running. Okay, you can see the simulator software is running. Now the client machines, they are communicating with the server machine. That means number two. Then the server machine is communicating with the border. Then the border can communicate with the outside world. It can communicate with the external world. Okay, now I copied the IP address. Okay, you see 101 FE80101 is IP address, but this is the private IP address, but we got a public IP address now. I copied that. Now, so what I'm going to do, the next step is I'm just going to reduce this. Okay, sorry, minimize it. Now go to the browser. Okay, you see how interesting this is. How going for the browser. In the browser, okay, take the browser. Okay, I'm taking the browser here. So this is my Firefox browser, same inside the Contiki itself. Now I already copied the IP address of my RPL router. Okay, that means the border router. I'm going to paste it here. Paste it. Okay, the IP address is :212 something, and is, no, it is stopped actually. It is stopped. It is not running. Okay, wait. I will start the topology again. Running. Wait. Now I just reload, okay, reload the topology. Yes, about. So pause it. Okay, I'm going to start the topology again. Okay, I just pause the topology. I'm going to start the topology again. Okay, I just started. Now I'm going for this, right click, server. So the server, I'm going to make it start. Now address already in use, binding failed. Okay, no problem. Okay, it is starting. Go to the, so here CD. Okay, so Contiki 3.0 CD examples, CD IPv6. Okay, so CD RPL border, it is already started, that is the problem. RPL border router. Okay, so inside the RPL border router, I'm going to give the command. So the command is make. Okay, so let me give the command make connect. Okay, connect router Kuja. Okay, so this is the command. So it is asking for the password. Yes, the password is user. I give the user. Now it is going to start the connection. Yes, so the connection is started. Make connect router Kuja. Okay, yes. So it is already started. Let me check in the browser. Actually, program is working. Our topology is working, but I want to show something else. I'm trying. Wait. So this is the IP address. The IP address is, so let me put it in the square bracket. Wait, yes. Okay, now all of you look at the screen carefully. I just go to the browser. I'm giving the IP address. Okay, this is IP address. I copied the IP address from the terminal. Okay, I copied. I'm pasting here. Now you can see it is showing the neighbors. So who is the neighbor? Okay, this is my border router. Okay, this is the border router. For the border router, you can see the neighbors. Who is the neighbors means 202 is the neighbor. 202 is the neighbor. Okay, let us check. Go to, go to the simulator. You can see the simulator. You can see the IP address 202 is the neighbor. That means one can communicate with two only. Okay, so one cannot communicate with others. So the neighbor is 202 is a neighbor. Yes, it is showing 202 is a neighbor. Then this is the routing table, different routes available. This is the routing table. So in if you go in the packet tracer, so what we usually we do means we use command. What is the command means? The name of the command is show IP route. Okay, show IP route. If you use the command show IP route, it will display all the routes available. The same thing now you can see. So the neighbor for the router, that means for your border router, this is the neighbor and it is having different routes. Okay, that means see for 606, 909, 808, these are all our clients. You can check the client IP address. If you check the client IP address, you can find all the client IP address. Everybody I can reach only 202, only through. Okay, see the via, same via. What is that means? All the nodes can reach only by using 202. Okay, our topology is like that. Okay, so 20 only through 202 you can go anywhere. Okay, so we arranged our topology like that. Now I'm going to rearrange the topology. How? See, I'm just going to rearrange. I'm going to push. I'm going to increase the number of chances to connect to the RPL router directly. Now you just move like this and go and check in the browser. Okay, hope you can understand. I'm changing my topology now. Okay, I'm changing the topology now. I'm taking or I'm bringing the devices. Okay, I'm bringing it near to my border router. Near the border router, I'm just bringing everything. Now I'm going to see the browser and I'm going to see what is happening, how it is going to work. Okay, so it should change now. So this is wireless networks. Wireless networks are more dynamic. Now you can see here I just moved everything towards the border router. I did some changes to my topology. Okay, go to the it should increase. Now all of you see it is changed. Now there are four neighbors available. 202 is a neighbor, 505 is a neighbor, C0C is a neighbor, 404 is a neighbor. There are four neighbors available for our border router. Is it so? We can check it here. You can go to the topology. Okay, that means your simulator. Yes, now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that means the number of you just click this, you can understand whatever available in the green. Okay, whatever available in the green, it is going to be the neighbors, and also you can see the number of routes increasing. The routes, different routes are available. Okay, there are different routes available, so it will select only the best path. It will select. Okay, that is the RPL protocol. Okay, this is the RPL protocol. So what we have done in this means, here we created a topology. Okay, we used one border router. This is a RPL border router. Okay, we used one RPL border router. We used one server. Okay, this is the REST server. We used 10 clients. 10 clients we used. So automatically it is giving the IP address. Then what we did, we enable the process here. Okay, go to the border router, right click, go to the tools. Okay, that means the mode tools, and then serial socket server. You have to enable it. So if you make it enable, automatically it is going to listen in a port number. Then go to the folder. Okay, which folder? Examples, IPv6, RPL border router. Okay, in that particular folder, you have to give a command make connect router Kuja. So that means the router we are going to connect. So once if you give that command, it will ask you for your password. Okay, give the password. if you give the password, it will show the public IP address to you. That public IP address you can copy and you can paste it in your browser, and you have to give the bracket, open bracket, close bracket. That means the square bracket you have to give. So if you give means automatically you can observe your routing table, you can see the neighbors, okay, then you can move the topology. Okay, now you see what I'm doing. I just bring the border router in a separate place. I don't want, okay, to communicate with anyone. So now the border router is separate. Now you can observe, you can go to the browser and you can see, okay, what is the changes happening. Just you can refresh it. So if you see the, okay, refreshing, just, okay, it will just wait, okay, it will just refresh, it will take some time. So all the neighbors should go away. Okay, so you can, it will take some time to update. Okay, to update the routing table, it will may take some time. So once if your update is done, okay, you can find all the neighbors will go away from the table. Okay, so this is how the topology is working. Okay, so what you understand now in this, what we are understanding now means you need a border router, you need the client, you need the servers, and border router you have to activate it. Okay, you have to activate the border router. So once the border router is activated, a public IP address will be created. So now the public IP address you can use it, okay, in the browser, and you can monitor the changes. Okay, you can monitor the changes. So this is about the, okay, what is that? We use the border routers. That means by using the REST. Okay, we have done. Now I'm going for the next one, a very important one, which is going to be the continuation of this. Okay, almost it is going to be the same, but you can find there are a lot of things we are going to include now. Okay, now the third lab I'm going to do it today. Okay, so this is the last lab. So third lab I'm going to do it today is RPL collect. This is what we are going to use in our project. Okay, RPL collect. So what is this RPL collect means? You can collect lot of, okay, statistical data. Okay, statistical data you can collect. Okay, there are plenty of statistical data, we can collect it here. Okay, so what is that RPL collect? Okay, you can see now. See, let me go for the new topology. Almost it will be the same, okay, but some additional features you are going to get. Now I'm going for the file. Let me just go for the new simulation. So do you want to remove it? Yes, remove. I removed. Now a very important one I'm going for, it is a RPL collect. So our project is going to start with this. We are going to start our project with RPL collect only. So whatever we are discussing now, it is going to be the basics. Okay, so only the basic things. So from here only, okay, our project, okay, it is going to start. Now I just, okay, I'm going for the new topology, which is R collect. Then I will show you one more project. Okay, I'm having one more project. Okay, the project already done. So that project, okay, I will show it. That is for how to do a simple denial of service attack. Okay, I'm going to show it to you now. So I'm going for a new simulator. Go to the modes, add mode, create mode, sky mode. Okay, I'm going for the sky mode now. So here what I'm going to do means, so let me create a, okay, go to the browse, go to the folder, which folder I'm going for. I'm going for IPv6. Please note down, I'm going for the IPv6 folder. Okay, IPv6 folder. Now in IPv6 folder, there is a option, there is a folder called RPL collect. Okay, so this is a very many research people are doing by using this or RPL collect. Now I just go to the RPL collect. Okay, RPL collect. So from the RPL collect, I am going to take UDP sync. Okay, please note down UDP sync. Okay, sync.c. What is a sync? What is a sync node? Sync node means it is called the base station. Okay, it is called the base station. What is base station means? Our mobile phones, okay, all our mobile phones are working like this. Okay, my mobile phone, your mobile phone, everything, it is the senders. Okay, it is the sender device. The sender device, they are going to communicate with the towers. So the tower is called the sink node. Okay, it is called the sink node, or we can say it is the base station. You might have studied about, okay, the two different types of topologies. Two different topologies in wireless. What are the two different? If you go for wired network, we are having star topology, ring topology, okay, bus topology, like that. This is wired network. If you're going for the wireless network, in wireless network, we are having, okay, only two different topologies. One is called the ad hoc and second one is called the infrastructure based infrastructure. So what we are going to discuss is infrastructure. Okay, you will have a base station. Okay, this is what we discussed in the previous one. You are having a router is the infrastructure. So everybody will communicate with the router will communicate with the external world. Same like that. I'm going to use the sink node here, UDP sink node I'm going to use. Okay, so I'm going to compile it. Please note down. Okay, go to the folder examples. In examples, we are having IPv6. In IPv6, RPL collect. In RPL collect, you are having the UDP sync, UDP sync.c. Okay, I'm going to select it. I'm going to create. So I'm going to create only one node. I'm going to create. Okay, so only one node I created here. This is going to be our sync node. Okay, or I can say it is a base station node. Now, let me go to the next one. I'm going to add some more nodes. Okay, some more mode. So let me go to the sky mode. I'm going to, sorry, go to the mode, add modes. So create new mode. So go to the sky mode. Now from the same folder, from the RPL collect folder, okay, I'm going to take UDP sender. Okay, this is the sender I'm going to take. UDP sender I'm going to take now. So previously we selected the sink. Okay, sink is the base station. Now we are going for the sender. Now let me just give open. So sender, I'm going to clean and compile it. So how many senders you can have means you can have any number of senders, no problem. Okay, I'm going to create. So let it be, I'm going to have 10 senders. I'm going to have UDP sender node. Okay, I'm going to have. So all the 10 nodes, they are going to communicate with the sink. Now I just click add mode. Now you can see this is our sink, the base station, and these are all the UDP senders. So they are going to send the data, but we are going to collect more statistical data you can collect here. Okay, you can use, if you use the RDP collect folder, you can collect lot of statistic data you can collect. What are they? Okay, now you can see. I just arrange it like this. My topology I'm arranging like this. Now the next one is, let me go for the okay view. I'm going to enable the mode ID, enable the IP address. Okay, then enable the printf, no issues. Enable the okay radio range, radio traffic. Then enable the mode type. Then enable the radio environment. Okay, this is enough now. So you can see this is the mode. Okay, the 5 modes I'm having here. Now, sorry, 10 modes I'm having, one sync I'm having. Now I'm going to start the simulator. So what is that means? So a UDP communication is started here. So everybody, they are going to communicate with the sync node. Okay, now you see all the routers, that means all the devices, they are going to communicate, okay, with the sync. But you may ask the question, okay, see, is it communicating? The modes communicating with the sync or not? You can observe it. Is it communicating? Yes, they are communicating. Now they are communicating. Okay. But what is very important thing means, now you see the output here. This is already written. It is already written in the, okay, in the RPL collect folder. They already wrote the commands for everything. Now you see how much of information it is collecting about every device. Plenty of information it is going to collect. Now you can see this in a visual, okay, you can visualize, okay, in a graphical way you can see it. Let it be, okay, you leave the topology for 2 to 3 minutes, at least 5 minutes, okay, you can leave it. So let them communicate with each other. Okay, let them communicate with each other. So it will take some time. Okay, so once 2 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes, don't touch your topology, let it run. Then only they can learn, okay, the topology. That means it will learn each other, some packets, basic packets they will exchange. So plenty of things will go on. Now what I'm doing means I go to the sync node. Okay, I just click the sync node, right click. Okay, please note down, right click, go to, okay, tools, collect view, go to the collect view. This is very important. Our project, okay, for the project you can include a lot of graphs you can include only by using the collect view. Now let me click the collect view. Okay, if you click the collect view, you are going to get a window here. This window already we have seen. Okay, so this is a collect view window. Now you can see the steps given here. Quick startup instructions. What is the instructions? See, disconnect all expected nodes. Okay, that is okay. You click start collect. Okay, I'm going to click start collect. Then you can press send command to the nodes. Send command to the nodes. So you can just click these two things, leave it for some time. Okay, give some time for the topology, so that it can work. Now you can see there are so many different options available. So what is that? Sensors, network, power, node information, serial console. The serial console I already, okay, I have shown you in some other lab. You just click the serial console. So what exactly going on in that particular mode? Okay, you see this is a sync. I am sync. Okay, so this is about the sync mode. Now the very important thing is you can, okay, select all the nodes you can select. So I don't want one select only sync. I'm just selecting everything. All the nodes I'm just selecting. Now you can go for one by one. Okay, one by one you can go. You can see plenty of informations will be available. Okay, so this informations will be used for doing the analysis. Okay, plenty of analysis we can do. Okay, what is the teacher? I just show one by one. Okay, you can see here. Now if you go to the serial, this is the serial data. Now go to the network graph. You see how your network is, okay, moving. So you can visualize your network graph here. Okay, it will take some time, at least 2 to 3 minutes. You have to wait to increase the packets. Now you can see how your packets, okay, how the nodes are behaving. Okay, it is available here. That is called the network graph. You can see the sensor graph. Okay, so this is the sensor graph. Okay, how the position of all your nodes. Then the next one is the, okay, you can see the, yeah, this one. Okay, very good, it's working the same thing. Now okay, please I will give the instruction. What you do, click the temperature, click the temperature. Next. Okay, battery voltage. Okay, come to the first one, average temperature. Yes, next one. Okay, what you do, go to the power, POWER, power. Click the yes, please wait. So you can see. Okay, now all of you please take a paper. This is your the work you have to do now. There are, okay, please note down, LPM, CPU, radio listen, radio transmit. There are 4 different colors they are showing here. About this, okay, you have to explain to me in the next class. Please note down LPM. What is LPM? What is CPU? What is radio listen? Okay, all these things related with the power consumption. Okay, power consumption in IoT device. So radio, then radio transmit, radio listen, radio transmit. There are 4 different types of power consumptions available. Okay, 4 different types of power consumptions available. So about these 4 different types of power consumptions you have to explain to me. Is attacking a device, okay, automatically the device will, okay, it will lose the power, it will consume more power, it will consume. Okay, it will more power it will consume. Now you can see in this diagram, everybody is consuming the same amount of, okay, the same amount of power they are consuming, other than 5 is consuming more electricity, more power it is consuming. So other than 5, okay, the other devices, okay, it is consuming in an average level. But now I'm going to show you a topology. Okay, let me show you another one. Okay, in that, okay, there is a attack. Okay, I'm going to launch a denial of service attack, and you can observe the power consumption. The power consumption we are going to observe how much of power consumption is going. Okay, it is going to observe. Okay, I will show. So next class, you need to explain. Okay, this 4. What is LPM? What is CPU? What is radio listen? What is transit? Okay, these 4 variables. Okay, I want you to explain in the next class. Okay. Okay, you can stop sharing. Mine is not working because of that server problem, but done in Kuja only. Okay, you can see this is the attack, this is the simulator software. See. Okay, now you can see we have how many nodes we have? We have 12 nodes. This is the sync node. One is the sync. Okay, that is a sync node. Okay, you see, I just kept my mouse on that. It is showing UDP sync. Then these are all clients. So this is going to be the UDP senders. Just now we discussed UDP senders. Now you can see this is our important person. He is going to be the attacker. He is going to be the attacker. I created this attacker. Now you can see UDP sender but flooding. This person is going to flood the packets. He is going to do the denial of service attack for us. Okay, we are okay. So this is what we are going to observe. In that case, suppose this person is doing denial of service attack, means we are going to see how the power consumption. Okay, how the power consumption will be available for 2, 4, 5. Okay, I just click this. So this person can attack 2 directly. So this 12 can attack 15, 10. Okay, 10 no need. I just move it back. Okay, you see. So the 4 nodes, okay, he can attack. Okay, so I'm just going to note down what are the attacks means. 2 is the victim, 5 is the victim, 1 is the victim, and 4 is the victim. I have 4 victims here. Then who is going to attack? Number 12 is going to attack. So 12 is the attacker. So I just, okay, I'm just writing down the numbers. So 2, 5. Okay, I put it in the order 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, that is the victims here. Okay, those who are going to be affected with the flooding attack. Okay, denial of service attack, and 12 is going to be the attacker. Okay, so now let me start the simulation. Are you with me? Are you listening to me? Is it clear? Okay, now let me just give start. Okay, so the simulation is start. Okay, attack is going on. Okay, the attack is going on. That means this person is flooding the packets like anything. You see the speed. So here you will find more lines than this. Okay, he is just flooding the packet. Too much of packet he is flooding. Okay, now what you do, go to start collect, click the start collect. This is what we discussed now. Start collect, and then click the send command to nodes. Okay, send command to nodes. Okay, so click this. Now you can see plenty of information you can see here from this particular point. Okay, now let me go to the power average power consumption. If it is not coming in my machine, then there is some problem in my machine. I have to restart it. That is a problem. Okay, it will start. It will take some time. Wait. Yes. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, so you have to wait for few seconds. After few, not seconds, few minutes. Okay, at least it takes some 3. If you ask me, minimum 5 minutes. If you wait, then you will have a proper result. Okay, you will have a proper result, because the simulation, once if it started, it is going to learn lot of things. All of you see the screen. Okay, the power details of the nodes are coming one by one. 8 is not attacked, 8 is not victim, 9 is not victim, but 2 is the victim. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, it is directly attacking 1, 2, 4, 5. 1 is the sync node, 2, 4 and 5. You see the power consumption in 2. Okay, you see the power consumption in 4. See the power consumption in 5. So that green color, what is that? Radio listen. What is radio listen? I don't know. You have to find it. Okay, you have to find what is the LPM, what is CPU, what is radio listen, what is radio transmit. These are the 4 different types of power consumptions. Okay, 4 different types of power consumptions. Okay, it is available. You have to find it and you are going to tell me in the next class. Okay, now you see one by one it is coming. Node number 8, node number 2, node number 9, 6, 4, 10, 11. Okay, wait. If you wait for further, okay, 2 to 3 minutes, you will find everything properly. Now attacker, who is the attacker? 12 is the attacker, but attacker is not displayed here. Okay, no need to worry. But who is the victim? Who is affected means 1 is affected. Okay, where is 1? 1 is also not displayed here. No problem, it will come. 2. So 2 is the victim. See the power consumption, how much of power it is consuming? Too much of power it is consumed. So what will happen? This device will go, okay, it will be shut down very fast. Okay, because it is going to lose all the power, all the electricity, all the charge. Okay, it is going to reduce. Okay, automatically it will go down. So 2 is the victim, then 4 is our victim, 5 is our victim, 1 is also victim, 1 is not displayed, but it will come. It will come. We have to wait for few minutes. So once if you wait for few minutes, automatically, okay, you will get, okay, 1 also you will get. Okay, so 1 is the sync node. Okay, 1 is the sync node. 4, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so did you understand the concept? What you are trying to do? Did you understand the concept? What we are going to do means this is, we discussed 4 scenarios. You see the report, you take the report, the previous semester report. So in the previous semester report, there are 4 different scenarios we created. So that 4 scenarios we are going to, okay, do it here. So the first scenario, 1 attacker, okay, 1 victim, 1 attacker, many victim, many attackers, okay, like this. There are 4, okay, available. You can find it in your report. That is, we are going to implement like this. Now, let me go to the next one. There are plenty of informations. You may not understand so many things now. So only the power you can understand. Okay, you can go for the radio duty cycle. So radio duty cycle, also what is radio duty cycle and all, we will learn it later. No problem. You can see for number 2, 4, 5, it is consuming too much. It is more. So they are the victims. They are affected by the flooding. Okay, too much of flooding is coming. And then who is the 12? For 12 also it is increasing too much. It is increasing. Okay, so you can find it for the 12. 12 is attacker. Okay, 12 is our attacker. So for him, it needs more power he needs. Then the next one you can see instantaneous power. Then you can see the power history. Okay, so if you wait, it will come one by one, it will come. Now the next one you can see the sensor map. Okay, you can see the sensor map, how the devices are arranged, how they are communicating with each other. This is our sensor map. Then this is the network graph. Okay, see how the network is working. All they are communicating with 1. Okay, 1 is our sync node. So everybody is communicating with 1. But 10 directly, 10 cannot communicate with 1. So 10 is communicating with 5, then it is communicating with 1. Okay, so there are different, okay, the topologies keep on changing. So this is going to be our sensor graph. Okay, plenty of things you will get, lot of informations you will get. Then you can see the temperature of all the devices, it is almost the same. But if you wait for few minutes, okay, automatically you can find the temperature of some devices may increase, the temperature of some devices may decrease, okay, based on how it works. Okay, there are lot of, okay, data you can generate from this. So this is the collect. Okay, about collect, if you want to study, you can study for 1 year. Okay, about everything you have to study. What is node control, what is the sensor map, what is the network graph, sensors, network, you can study everything. okay, 5 minutes gap, 10 minutes gap, okay. There are a lot of things we can study here in the RPL collect. Okay, so today I gave you 4, okay. Basically there are 4 topologies we discussed. So the first topology is, okay, what is that? The first topology I gave UDP client server. The second topology, okay, the second topology we used, okay, the REST. The third topology we used, okay, RPL collect, okay, RPL collect we used. So the 3 different topologies, okay, we discussed here. It will be a very interesting thing. You will learn lot of things, okay, plenty of things you can learn. Please keep on working. Now, okay, I want to see all these topologies, whatever I done today and whatever we have done, okay, in the last class. I want to I want to see in your machines. You want to show it to me, okay, because I don't know whether you are practicing it or not. I want, okay, somebody, either one, okay, anybody, you can decide among yourself. You have to, okay, show